This surveillance state that we live in, this world of moral high ground, cancel culture, checking people when they're wrong, I feel like a lot of these surveillance tactics that people use are the very thing that's killing everyone's personality, and not just for the person inflicting, but also for the person that is getting canceled. And essentially, it doesn't help anybody at all because everybody becomes on guard of their own behaviors at some point because of the projections of everyone else. It's almost as if everybody is getting warped up and forced to become the same thing, and everyone wants individuality. Everybody's like, oh, I miss when people were cool and people dressed different, people did this. But it's like, whenever somebody is different, people also have to account for different opinions, different ways of thinking, different thought process. But I feel like with society, social media, we are being groomed, or so many people are trying to groom each other in society, I think unknowingly. Like when people make comments or this moral high ground that people sit on, they're grooming people to become a sense of oneness. And whenever somebody steps out of that sense of oneness, it's like you're shunned for it, you're canceled. And it's like, damn. Society, we're kind of to blame on how we treat each other on social media. I think that's why we see, it's not I think, I know, that's why we see so many people looking the same, acting the same, having the same opinions. I feel people are either on one sense don't know themselves because they followed this curriculum for so long, or in another sense they do know themselves and they're suppressing themselves. I think the fight against individual thinking, original thinking, is like running rampant now, because we would like to have that, or people in society claim that they want that, but will argue somebody down that has an opposing opinion on them. And that limits people who are very creative, who are open to showing themselves. And now we just create a cesspool of fear. So that is a loaded statement, but I feel like a lot of people can relate to this and can understand what I'm trying to say. But also, I think the statement that I am trying to say is, I feel I know why. I think for the creator and the person doing the inflicting, each party needs to spend time with themselves more. I think in society, we're so caught up in doom scrolling. We're so caught up in buying the latest, this, that, and the third. Okay, we're rioting, we're doing this now, we're fighting, we're this. What politics are you on? Everybody is so caught up in something that I think as a society, we are forgetting to spend time alone, spend time to not, and I'm not even saying just spend time alone. Some people don't like, that's the thought of being alone is agony because thoughts haunt them, which I understand. But you also need to spend time alone to really think about what you think about the things that social media is telling you to care about, or social media is deeming as cool or as worthy of XYZ, or if you do all the cool things and you don't get the recognition, now it's not good enough. Doom scrolling, gossiping, worrying about the latest this, that, and that keeps you from deep thinking and understanding your emotions as well. I think another thing is, so many people don't have value in themselves. And I think it's kind of like a synergy or an infinite thing that keeps going and siphoning with the person inflicting and the person that's receiving it, or in the person that is like me on the outside looking in like, oof, I'm kind of nervous to post sometimes because who knows, and then I'll go and delete my shit because I'm like, ooh, this is lame, or ooh, this is going to get clowned, or ooh, this is going to go viral and they're going to talk about me, whatever. I'm going on a tangent, but I think what everyone's missing in a society is how you value yourself. And I think I study a lot of different things, but I study people with a high success within themselves, like how success looks like for them, or happiness, peace looks like for them, and how they got there. It doesn't necessarily mean money. It could be success is them, trading everything and going live it on a farm, or I don't know. But I think when you have so much value in yourself and you operate from a place of higher self within, you are not concerned with what people are doing and what they're not doing on social media at that. Do you know how much time it takes to keep track of what people are doing? Keep track of what is the thing to say and what's not to say. Keep track of the trends. Keep track of all of these things. Keep track of the next cool thing that they tell you to buy from Sephora, or the new lip gloss that came out. All of these things. It takes so much brain power to do that. How do you find or seek the value in yourself? At some point, you're searching for the value in things or validation from the internet. And I think for both parties, like I said, the other person on the receiving end, when you value yourself, nothing of what anybody can say matters, because you've already kind of realized within yourself who you are, the gifts that you have been brought into the world with, and your limitations of self. And limitations, I mean the things that you deem are holding you back and coming over them. Once you realize those things, value, can't nobody tell you nothing. And even for the person that's constantly on social media finger wagging, what is the value in yourself? If you valued yourself enough, you wouldn't care what other people are doing, and you would realize, okay, that's their own path to figure out. I gotta figure me out. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just in a flow state talking. That's crazy. But anyway, I think what social media, society, all of that is missing is deep self-analysis. Deep self-analysis of who are you without the opinions of other people, without the trending topics, without the new gadgets, the new this, the new da. Who are you? And expand on that. I kind of talk about that in my channel in general, just how to expand on yourself creatively. I'm in such a journey of in search of myself and in search of expression. I'm so in search of expression that I don't got the time to worry about what nobody else is doing. But also, I don't have the time to be concerned about what social media thinks is cool or not. Me being embarrassed about views because I got 20 views. Oof. Now I'm thinking the value of that video I did, or that reel is low and the stock is low because it wasn't deemed cool by social media or algorithm or whatever the case may be. It's let's take a step back. Who am I? That shit don't fucking matter, period. It can benefit us so deeply, and I'm speaking to myself because a lot of my videos are about me and about situations and things I've learned all in one. But if we stop seeking the validation, the ego stroke, the attention, how good can we be? How good would we be if we stop seeking to be right on every topic, to be the best, when we first start something out of fear of being embarrassed? If we stop worrying about all those outcomes, wow, what a beautiful world. I don't know, I'm kind of just going to leave this video out there just because I don't want to keep rambling. But yeah, I think I'm feeling liberated. I'm feeling very liberated from my words. And I feel like going to go post something and not giving a fuck about checking it an hour later. If you're one of those people out there making people feel uncomfortable on social media, you're the person that's constantly replying to people's stories, commenting on TikTok, about what people should or shouldn't do, what's right, and correcting them. It's like, get a life. And I mean that with love. Like, seriously. And then for the people, and I'm talking to myself, and then for the people who feel bogged down by the negativity or the could be or the pressures, the embarrassment, whatever the case may be, we have to remember value. And honestly, for both parties, everybody can do well by remembering the value within the self. And also having some chants, some affirmations. I kind of want to talk about affirmations because I was never the dog to be doing affirmations. Although I always thought big in my head, I never did affirmations. That's another video. But I will end it here.